5 stories of last year that will impact this year, right here, right now. Happy New Year, Rummies! Welcome to RumRum, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing and to the 5 most interesting stories of last year. Welcome to the channel if you're new here, and thanks to all those who come here often, especially those who subscribe. My name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. What a year we've left behind. We've been bringing you weekly news for the last 4 years, but last year saw us making the most news videos and for sure the longest. So much is going on in the world of sim racing and adjacent at the moment. 5 stories have occupied our minds in 2023 and will for sure occupy them in 2024. Dramas, underdog stories, or whatever movie genre you prefer, our little sim racing world has them all. Well, maybe not musicals, but who knows what 2024 brings, right? Automobilista 2, Reiza's Triumph, the little studio that could, taking over a maligned gaming engine and working incessantly since 2019, Reiza have pushed the boundaries of simulation with a constant perfectionism that, while being unnerving in that they seldom publish their updates when planned, has brought Automobilista 2 to the level of the best racing simulations out there. Not perfect, mind you, and we're sure we'll have much more to report about Automobilista 2 in the next months and hopefully years, but what we've come to call the Madness Plus Plus engine Reiza have developed out of the ashes of Project Cars and Project Cars 2 is an incredible piece of software made by a dedicated independent studio that, according to their own words, has enough money to have the liberty to go wherever they want with it. We very much hope multiplayer perfection and stadium super trucks are the next news we bring you about them. Rennsport, the sim beyond the buzz. Don't get tangled in the hype machine. Yes, there's been a lot of miscommunication from the part of Rennsport and there have been overblown promises. While this communication style is not our cup of tea, and you know we regularly criticize marketing bullshit, we get the impression from the people at Rennsport we've talked to that they are toning down the marketing and concentrating on delivering a sim that is worth the name. Our testing suggests there is something good underneath what is still a work in progress. We hope we'll have our talk with Mr. Hebeka, Rennsport's CEO, sooner rather than later and understand what Rennsport is about better than we do now. This for sure is a story still unfolding that will keep us busy this year and hopefully also for many more years to come. EA's dismal dive. It started with the cheating in F1 sim sports. No matter what asinine excuse was brought forward, we don't buy it, and went downhill from there. The fact that we expected Electronic Arts to mess up does not make the fact sadder that the okay-ish F1 franchise is going downhill with horrible sales for F1 23. Add to that the lackluster release of the very much expected EA WRC, the first in years by the Codys, and you get a hat-trick of bad news that show EA is messing up even worse than we all expected. No wonder they've started dismantling the Codemaster operation in a desperate move to fix things. But as many corporate entities do, they are going at it completely the wrong way. Oh well, sad, but not unexpected. Asetek, revolutionizing sim racing with honesty. We would love to say Asetek Sim Sports took the world by storm once they appeared on the scene, but no, they didn't. That is not to say they're not leaving a mark. We believe they are moving in the right way and handling communication the right way. Their products are not made to shine and woo, well, except the Pagani pedals, a move we still don't understand, but to work and offer you a path into deeper immersion with their upgrade concept. For sure, a better and we think cheaper way to move deeper into the sim racing rabbit hole than Fanatics. Their plans for the next months and years, the specific ones as well as the vague ones, sound solid enough and look very interesting. We expect this company to shine even brighter as they seem to be growing in an organic manner. Also, their communication is refreshingly free of any bullshit. Not a surprise, as that's the way Danes are, and Asetek hails from Denmark, but refreshing compared to other companies nonetheless. Before we show you our number one, let us offer two honorable mentions that did not quite make the list. Fnatic, Momentum, Mediocrity, or a revived future? Fnatic hasn't had much to show this year, and we don't know if the company was meditating on the future or moribund for lack of ideas. Fact is that they have been slow in developing new ideas in the last couple of years and horrible in after-sales support while having great marketing based on well-engineered products. But past development can only bring you so far into the future. Ask Logitech or Thrustmaster. The number 3 when it comes to sim racing hardware might survive on Momentum until they get into gear at last, or may have run out of fuel already. The future will tell. While our monthly sim racing numbers have been showing steady progress over the years, rising always to new heights, they seem to have plateaued in the last months. We don't have enough data to tell you for sure if this is the end of the growth or just a pause to catch breath, but for the last 4 months the numbers don't move much and are caught in what can very well be called a sideways motion. Once again, the future will tell. If the numbers keep at the same level until beginning of spring, we may have reached peak sim racing for now, celebrating our podcast's impact and future. Our very personal success story has been the start of our podcast Romcoms almost a year ago. Thanks to Ike's incessant push into getting it done, we started our own opinionated zone, and you all seem to enjoy it, judging by the numbers and the comments. Be assured we're going to continue doing the podcast and are already working on the next episodes. If you like this video, please let the almighty algorithm know by clicking the like button, and if you find yourself visiting our channel often, consider subscribing so as not to miss any content. Number 1. Triumph to Tragedy. The tragic tale of motorsport games. Worthy of a 5-season soap opera that would be cut short at the 3rd season if appearing on Netflix, but that's a different conversation, and very much contrary to Asetek, motorsport games appeared on the scene ready to conquer the world, and looking as if they would be able. We believed so years ago, and boy were we mistaken. Mismanaged in the most extreme way and with zero comprehension of the vagaries of software development, former CEO Dmitry Kosko reigned over a company that was not able in the least to keep their promises and kept fumbling and stumbling every step of the way in a manner we didn't think was humanly possible. The downfall started with the horrendous release of NASCAR 21 Ignition. While already having the R-Factor 2 engine underneath, the software was a collection of bugs. Not a racing sim, not a racing game, not really usable for anything else than making fun of it.
Stare into my soul, Daddy. He knows. He knows what this game is.
We suppose the lack of income because of the non-existent sales of NASCAR 21, as well as, and we are speculating here, some internal fights about the right way to develop software products led to motorsport games not delivering any products in a timely fashion. No IndyCar sim, no BTCC sim, no further NASCAR sim. Mr. Kosko is gone, and the rest of the team are trying to save anything usable from the rubble of what he left. We'll see if there is anything to save on February when Le Mans Ultimate comes out. And yes, rFactor 2 has become better to use in these years. Also, the online racing through rFactor 2 that has come out of the work for Le Mans Ultimate looks very interesting and well done. If it's enough to have Motorsport Games and Studio 397 survive, well, this will be a story that will keep us busy in the next months and hopefully for rFactor 2 longer, but we're not very optimistic. These are our 5 picks for the most interesting stories of the last year that will occupy us this new year. What would be yours? Let us know in the comments below. Let us offer 2 honorable and are caught in what can very well be called bluff, bluff, bliff. And if you find yourself no,